Hello, modular shed fans. So I'm thinking about cladding now for the front of module 2 there, and I'm not entirely sure about using feather edge this time. Let me explain. So I used feather edge on module 1 because feather edge is the only cladding at the timber yard which is treated. Now, treated against what? Well, it seems that the treatment, the pressure treatment, is primarily for rot and insects, but clearly you can see that it doesn't treat the timber against splitting and warping, because that's exactly what's happening. We've got splits there, that's a little one. There are splits here, and a big split appearing there. So pressure treatment doesn't work against splitting and warping. And I've chosen feather edge because last time I built a shed, which was this one in 2014, I used shiplap, and this was not treated, and I assumed that it was lack of treatment that led to all this warping and shrinkage. In this case, you can see that there are gaps. I've tried to fill them with caulk, but it's ineffective. And so my experience of shiplap made me decide to go this time for treated feather edge. But the treatment doesn't seem to help against warping and splitting. And having this timber treated against rot and insects is fairly ineffectual here, because it's all well above ground level, so it's not going to get wet, or if it does, it's only going to be temporarily. It's going to dry pretty quickly. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's go for untreated timber, and let's go back to shiplap, and I might even try tongue and groove. I'll probably go for shiplap first. So I think I'm going to clad the front of module 2 in untreated shiplap. I'll have to paint it, of course, but I do intend to paint it. You probably saw the pressure sprayer inside the shed. Yeah, this 5-litre timber sprayer, which I got from Aldi for 10 quid, with an integrated pressure gauge. One of the downsides of feather edge are these triangular gaps here and here and here. Now those can of course be filled with spray foam. I've also got some of that in the shed. It's getting quite dark in here now, but yeah, a couple of cans of gap filling, expanding foam there. So I can fill all those little triangular gaps, but there is a problem with the door, and that is that the door inside edge has of course all these gaps, and that closes on a flat surface, and so it won't make a seal. And I did buy a couple of pieces of hardboard. They're here, 3mm hardboard, and the plan was to put them between the door frame and the door panels, and then use the hardboard to create a seal on the door upright, this thing, and then fill these triangular gaps between the hardboard and the timber. But it's a lot of work filling the gaps behind this feather edge, and of course with shiplap that wouldn't be necessary, because the inside of shiplap lies relatively flat. I would like to try all the types of cladding somewhere on this build, so I'll probably get shiplap and the tongue and groove and try it in different places. I'll try and do it in such a way that the shed doesn't look like just a mishmash of different timber styles. I'll try and place them sensitively. So off to the timber yard tomorrow to get some cladding, and it probably won't be feather edge. Goodbye.